"38-year-old Greg is 14 inches taller and 12 years younger than his unlikely lover, Asher. And believe it or not, when Asher first met Greg, it was his sexuality that she had reservations about.
I thought he was gay. I thought all bodybuilders, because he was like really working out in the gym and he was saying he was going to enter a competition, this, that and the other, and I thought, oh yeah, all bodybuilders are gay, aren't they? He was quite sort of pleasant. He used to bring me a bunch of freesias. Which sounds really crazy, because when you see Greg and the size of him and you're walking down the road with a bunch of freesias, he looked really funny.
You can see why people cry.
But while 5-foot Asher was charmed by her gentle giant, 6'2", 20-stone Greg doesn't always get such a warm reception.
A lot of people used to cross the roads rather than walk past me. However, looking back now, I suppose it must have been a big thing, more so for Ash, because we were so totally opposite. There's me 6'2", Ash is 5 foot. I take a size 12 shoe, she takes a size 2. You know, just totally opposites. I never really felt people were looking.
I was quite conscious of people looking at us everywhere we went. I remember we went to Brighton, just walking along the pier and everything, and people just kept looking, and sort of, I felt really uncomfortable. I felt I couldn't walk next to him because he was just so huge at that time, and I used to think, well, why do people keep looking at us? Well, you know, do we look strange? But we must have looked really strange because I'm quite little and he's quite large, little and large. That's quite funny.
But size and age aside, the unlikely lovers have found some people focus on another difference.
If you're watching in black and white, my wife's skin is brown, mine's white.
Yeah. I'm Hindu. I'm not practicing, but I was brought up to be in the Hindu religion. And Greg not being Hindu, it was easier for us to just go to a registry office, get married and just have maybe a reception for us, just family and friends. I hadn't met any of his family, so I had to go up north to meet his mother and his sister, and that was a bit daunting because I suppose they didn't know what to expect from me and I didn't know what to expect from them. And when we went there back in the summer, the mother told me they were expecting this little Indian girl with a sari and a red dot on her head, and I thought, well, like, get real.
So size, age and religious differences aside, there is one last unlikely feature about these lovers. Asher works nights at a casino and Greg works days as a tattooist. So as the couple spend the weekdays hardly seeing each other, the question comes up, do they actually have anything in common?
When two people come together, and I often find myself saying this to Ash, Ash says to me, you know, what do we have in common? I said, the less the better, really. Because if we've got too many things in common, we're both going to end up being a pair of anoraks. You know what I mean? Walking out in the same colour shoes and raincoats and, you know, who wants that?